It is a beautiful day at the North Pole. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Santa Claus. Well, we're just outside of Santa Claus, just south of Santa Claus on 245 at Christmas Lake Golf Course. Man, my buddy Dave Lyons from Wiki News told me how nice this was. I've just taken a real short look so far. We're gonna see this course today. It is gorgeous, fantastic. Thank you for electricity, IBEW Local 16 in Evansville and 1701 in Owensboro. Also NECA, the National Electrical Contractors Association. We found electricity. We're ready to do the show, baby. It's Golfing the Tri-State. We're going to be talking with Tom Nelson, the pro here at Christmas Lake. Right after these words, Golfing the Tri-State. Stay tuned.
Golfing the Tri-State is brought to you by NECA and IBEW Local 16 and Local 1701.
NECA and IBEW Local 1701. Owensboro's best team, contractors with direction, safe electrical work. It's a quality connection, done right and on time for your home or business. A skilled, trained workforce, it just makes sense. NECA and IBEW Local 1701.
Since 1953, FT Kelly & Sons in Evansville has kept the Tri-State swimming with custom in-ground pools. If you can dream it, FT Kelly can build it. Get a free estimate on how FT Kelly can change your life with the pool of your dreams. Along with pool supplies, full-service openings, closings, repairs, and replacements. Your family will love FT Kelly & Sons grills, spas, and accessories too. For 3 generations, FT Kelly & Sons Evansville, East and West.
The Equipment Connection. Highway 57 just west of Daylight is your connection for fun. The Equipment Connection specializes in the Tri-State's greatest golf carts. Customized for golf and fun. Golf carts for home, farm, and the golf course. The Equipment Connection can even make your cart street legal. The Equipment Connection, Highway 57 Daylight. Your connection for fun. Brian Schmidt and his family know about golf and fun. The Equipment Connection.
I'm having a contraction! I'm having a contraction! We're in labor. The book says you should stay calm. But this is our first kid and we've chosen to panic. Gun it! For the baby. Here it comes! Out of Mommy's way! So get an Allstate agent.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call Dan Jost for a quote today.
ProMark is a leading custom screen printing and embroidery company specializing in all types of custom products to get your business noticed. We offer a full-service art department, in-house screen printing, embroidery, and even roll label production. And because we are locally owned, our clients benefit from quicker turnaround time and direct contact with the most knowledgeable customer service available in the industry. Call ProMark and let us assist you in finding a product that will help you promote your company. ProMark. We sell attention.
Welcome back to Golfing the Tri-State. I'm Joe Blair at Christmas Lake with Tom Nelson, PGA Pro extraordinaire. And just last week we were with one of your buddies. We were with Dave English over at Fendrick.
Yes, sir.
And you guys are like a little fraternity, aren't you?
Yeah, we sure are. Actually, I live down in Evansville, but I grew up with all of those guys playing over at Helfrich.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Helfrich Hills?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, you have a beautiful course here, man.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice.
It's gorgeous. Tell me about the golf course. When was it created?
The course opened in 1968. It was kind of a masterpiece back then. There just wasn't a lot of golf in the area. And they actually had some pretty good tournaments with some good golf professionals back then up here. Bob Hamilton was actually a touring professional here at one time.
Wow.
When they first started, when he was on tour.
Neat. So he was here at the course quite a bit.
I don't really know how much he was exactly here, but he did have a sponsorship from Christmas Lake. You know, they might have given him a lot up here on the lake or something like that. And I think he actually had the course name on maybe one of his bags, that sort of thing.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And how long have you been here at Christmas Lake?
I came here in 2001.
Really? You've been here a long time?
Yeah, quite a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It must be kind of neat. I mean, you get some kudos. It's just cool to be at Christmas Lake in Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's neat. You know, we get, it's interesting. We get a lot of people that think Christmas Lake Golf Course in Santa Claus, Indiana is probably just a novelty, but actually the golf course is a great golf course, great layout.
It's beautiful. Like I said in the Open, my buddy Dave Lyons played here. He said he shot a 71. What's par?
Par is 72.
Oh, Lyons, get out! No way, man.
Did he play all 18 holes?
Well, that's just it. You know, him and his buddy Tony. He probably played 9. That's good for 9. But has it always been 18 holes?
Yes, sure has.
And the number 1 handicapped hole that I'm going to play on Joe's scorecard is hole 2.
It's hole 2. You know, it's interesting up here. There are a lot of holes with some difficulty to them. We did a little report a few years back, and 2 was the hole that averaged the most shots over par for like 1,000 rounds of golf. There's some other holes that some people think are harder, but 2, once you get up around the green, you'll see why it's so hard.
What are some of the other hard holes? Tell me, what's your
number
favorite?
6 used to be the number 1 handicap hole. My personal favorite, especially when you get to the blue or the gold tees, there's hole number 12. The white tees, it's a challenging hole from there, but probably the prettiest view on the golf course is the gold tee on number 12.
Really, that's the tips,
yeah,
as they say.
Yes, it is.
Now, I know you have some events out here during the year as well. What kind of events do you have?
You know, we have a 2-man spring event. Our biggest event is probably our 2-man in August, a 2-man best ball. We have a great tournament we started a few years back, Coca-Cola Senior Amateur. It's an individual tournament. It's the only true individual tournament we have, and we've really started to get a good field of local senior players in that, or a strong field handicap-wise.
Neat. Now, you say the front is pretty open. The back, you go through a woods.
You know, it's not what I would call tight, but it's the front's rather, you start out, go down into a valley and stay there until you get to the 9th hole, which is behind us. You come up out of the valley, and it's relatively flat and open. The back 9 is really hilly, dog-leggy. It's not that overly tight, but it just has the appearance of being a little more tight than it is. Back 9 is just beautiful.
Dave said it was really beautiful.
Yeah,
and
sure
sometimes you see deer, you see wild turkeys, and
saw a bobcat the other day even.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Kidding.
Starting to get bobcats in this area now too.
When he said sometimes there's wild turkeys out there, I thought Dave Lyons was drinking wild turkey. That's why he said he got a 71. I think so. So that's neat. Well, we're going to have a tip of the week coming up in just a few minutes. And have you thought about what tip you're going to give?
You know, I think I might give everyone a little tip on the short game, on chipping, pitching, and the difference in the two, and how you can make it maybe a little more simple for yourself.
Interesting. The difference between chipping and pitching, with Tom Nelson coming up live at, well, we're taped, at Christmas Lake Golf Course, golfing the Tri-State. Tip of the week coming up with Tom next.
The IBEW Local 16 and NECA, the Southern Indiana chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association, want you to know about the quality difference of union electricians, a direct result of the ongoing superior training our electricians receive. It eliminates mistakes and saves you time and money. Non-union contractors cannot offer the high quality of training provided by our joint electrical JATC.
NECA and IBEW Local 16.
Spalding Communications in North Park and Northfield near the 4-H Center is Vanderburgh County's only authorized AT&T retailer. Spalding has the plan and the phone for you. Individual, family, prepaid, and data plans. Spalding Communications has phones from Apple, Samsung, Motorola, BlackBerry, Sony, and more. You'll love the golf apps available with these phones, and Spalding's knowledgeable team will set you up and get you out on the course in no time.
Spalding Communications, your total communications dealer.
Come play through at H&H Music, where quality and great prices are par for the course. Pianos by Albert Weber and Young Chang. Digital pianos by Kurzweil. New and used grand pianos. Player pianos by Story and Clark. Beautiful console pianos by Weber and Young Chang. Band and stringed instruments, including Eastman, Jasmine, and Takamine guitars, plus Ludwig and Mapex drums, sheet music, and more. Make a key time at the H&H Musical Arts Center for lessons on any instrument. Swing away at H&H Music, the trusted name in music.
Heating, Frost, Insulators, Local 37, yeah. They insulate the USA and the train to know just how. Industrial insulation, insulators got it down. I use the ones who know the job. They keep it green and never stop. Best at what they do in this town. They're the insulators.
Treat customers as you would like to be treated. Provide a high level of service and always be honest and fair. That's the way the Clement family has done business at Diamond Equipment since 1969. Construction equipment from Case, Cabelco excavators, Terex trucks, the best from Hyundai and Takeuchi, JLG lifts, and more. Diamond Equipment also has a wide range of used equipment priced to sell, and the parts and service team is second to none, with factory-trained technicians and on-site service available. When you finish with the 18th hole, give Diamond Equipment a call.
Hi, I'm Brian Myrick, PGA Pro at Oak Meadow Country Club. I'm so happy to say we're back under new ownership and better than ever. We're making everything new and more enjoyable. You will love dining in our fantastic restaurant. There's Mulligan's Lounge after a great round of golf, tennis match, or dip in the pool. And of course, the greatest golf course in the area. Okay, we're a bit biased. We think you will too. Oak Meadow Country Club. Come play.
Welcome back to Golfing the Tri-State. This is Tip of the Week with Tom Nelson at Christmas Lake Golf Course. And he's going to tell us the difference between chipping, pitching, and you say a lot of amateurs make it too hard.
I think definitely they make it a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. The biggest problem I see is this part of the game is not really common sense. They want to relate this part of the game too much to the full swing. I think you need to take a step back and make it easier for yourself. I guess what I really mean is you need to learn the proper setup and the proper technique, and then honestly it's not that difficult a shot.
Neat. Well, what is the proper setup?
Well, I think when you go into a full swing, if you took a line and drew it from toe to toe, that line would be aimed somewhat at your target. Here you really want your line aimed more to the left of the target. Basically, if you took this ball and rolled it underhanded towards the hole, you wouldn't stand like this. This is a touch part of the game of golf, so you want to use that touch. So if I were going to roll this ball up, I would take it and my feet would be somewhat in this position.
Neat.
That's almost the position you want to be in on a good chip shot or a pitch shot. Now the thing that separates those two is the length of the swing and the distance you stand from the ball. On a true chip shot, your eyes are almost directly over the top of the ball, which gets you really close to it. One mistake most people make is they get way too far away from the ball. If you get your eyes over the top and then you get your feet in the position we talked about, you're very close to being where you need to be. The hardest part from this position is getting your shoulders aligned correctly, which in my opinion is one of the hardest things in the game of golf to do. Your shoulders should always be aligned where you're trying to hit the shot. You never want your shoulders aimed left. And most people want to aim their shoulders left because you are used to facing what you're doing in your life. Golf is one of the few things you will ever do where you're not facing what you're doing. The most critical point in the game of golf, you're dead sideways. It's a screwy game.
Interesting.
Basically on the chip shot, so you get your eyes over the top of the ball. If you want to start with your feet here, that's fine, and turn them into position. But then the critical point, get your shoulders around to where they're supposed to be. Most people struggle with where to put their hands too. If you get your shoulders right, your feet right, and your posture right, all you do is you let your left arm hang loose. Wherever it hangs, you put the club there, and then you put your right hand up to meet where your left hand is hanging. And you're ready to go.
Neat.
That's all you have to do. Most of your body weight here is on your left foot. So if we get in that position, hitting the shot is actually the easiest part. You take the club back a very short distance and you hit down into the back of the ball and let the club do the work for you. And the ball releases and runs on up.
Nice.
Nice
chip.
Well, thank you. The loft of the club is going to determine how low the ball comes out. You know, all of us are different in the way we like to approach things. Right now, I think I've got a 54-degree wedge here. If I had a club that was 48 degrees, it would go lower and hotter. Some people like to switch clubs on different length shots like this.
I've heard that, yeah.
You can, you know, it's up to you if you want to develop the touch. Another thing you can do, the way I just set up to the ball, if I simply move my feet towards the hole, again, do exactly what I just told you and let your left arm hang. Well, now that puts your hands way ahead of the ball and it de-lofts the club. Hit the same shot. comes out lower.
Should go a
and
little
hotter
farther. Yeah.
and runs a little farther.
Nice. Look at that.
So I don't know.
Good shot, Nelson.
I might be able to get it down in 2 from there. I'm not sure.
You just keep doing that, we're going to call him Tommy Nelson. It's like Bobby Jones. That's good.
That's a basic chip shot.
Can I try one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go up there and get the other ball so you can try another one, because we have to get you ready for hole number 2.
The pitch shot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I like that. Standing closer. Haven't heard that. I've heard that with putting, but I haven't heard that.
Now, one thing you need to be sure of, when you get closer to it, let your arms drop, and if you have to choke down, that's perfectly fine.
It's okay? All right.
Perfect technique. Next one, just hit it a little harder.
Yeah.
And you're dead on.
De-loft a little bit maybe. Nice. Fantastic. Tom Nelson, tip of the week. Now we're going to see about the pitch shot, chip shot. He said golfers have a hard time knowing what to do with their hands. I had a hard time on dates with that. I got slapped a lot. Well, you know, I did. Until I met my wife, and she was fine with it, you know? Okay.
It's golfing and dating, I guess,
golfing,
are very similar.
It is, yes it is.
Now the pitch shot, there's a little more motion involved in the pitch shot. What I would classify as a pitch shot is a shot you're forced to hit it into the air a little bit more, and it might stop a little bit quicker. For instance, if there was a bunker between you and the hole, and you were forced to get it airborne and stop the ball as it hit the ground just over the bunker, and you had to stop it quicker, to me that would be more of a pitch shot. Chip shots are a little easier because you've got a lot of green to work with and you can let the shot run out. Whereas a pitch shot, you have to stop it a little bit quicker. You're kind of forced into that.
Okay.
Biggest differences as far as I'm concerned, the stance is very similar. You're not quite as close to the ball. So in other words, this one, you get the feet open, but if you notice, my eyes aren't quite as much right over the top of the ball. You're going to have a little bit longer swing on this one. The ball is not going to be quite as far back in your stance. And this time, again, if you notice, I'm going to let my left arm hang. I'm going to take it back. It goes in the air a little bit more.
Neat.
Yeah.
Tom Nelson, tip of the week, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be taking a break. We'll come back and talk with Tom a little bit more here at Christmas Lake Golf Course, and we're going to play Joe's scorecard. Stay tuned. Golfing the Tri-State.